costs and achieving the business goals of the company, right? Are the MSP services tailored to your business needs, or do they offer a one size fits all approach, right? Is there some level of customization, or do you just have to deal with whatever they offer? And I'll take this one because I think it's important to talk a little bit about service offerings, right? There's a bunch of different ways that can go. So when you're talking to your MSP or you're talking to a potential MSP and you want to talk about achieving the business goals and tailoring solutions, what you want to be able to do is make sure that their service offerings are scalable, right? As you grow and contract as an organization, that there's an opportunity there. You also want to make sure that if they provide you a service or a solution, that it is profitable for them, right? Like you want them to be in a position where they retain their talent, that they're able to continue to provide you best in class tools, that they're working on their relationships, right? So you don't want to have an approach where they're in there and they're providing you a lot of services for a little amount of money, right? Like that's an important thing to talk about when it comes to cost. And then from your organization standpoint, like what your costs are, can you bolt on things later, right? How are they customized? So you can go one way too far where everything's included and you get everything you want for a very little price. That may not be the best solution for your business. Or you may go all the way down the road where this is what you get and you get nothing more, right? And then that might be a little bit problematic because then you're kind of everything is a la carte and it's very difficult. So what you really want to do is find out how they're putting the solutions together so that you've got flexibility within the solution and that you can maximize that for your business, and it still manages to put you in a position to not have to pay way more than you should or pay so little that the MSP may not be in a position to support you long term, right?
Yeah, I'd say that we see people come from smaller MSPs. At some point, you're probably going to outgrow your small MSP. That's kind of what we see. So you have a small MSP, say they have 5 people, you work with them, and eventually you kind of outgrow their capability. One of the big changes people talk about is like, well, my small MSP, they would do everything for me. They would create these custom reports. They would, the account manager would come meet with me 3 times a week, or what, this really gold plated, this really boutique solution. Well, that's almost a red flag in itself, because that doesn't scale. That if they're one guy that's really, really smart and those 5 people leaves, what happens to that solution? So just having an understanding of, you want a standardized solution from your MSP, so you know what you're getting and you know what to expect. But then, in my opinion, Andrew may correct me, you want a little bit of boutique in there, because you want somebody that knows you, that knows your business, that knows the people that work there, that can come over and bring donuts and it's a very comfortable thing, that will, text you back when they're at their kids' practice and they're happy to do it. Those are the kind of things that you want, but there's a real red flag to having this really, really unique approach to your account, and you get very special stuff and you get really, really unique things. That's really hard to maintain as an MSP. Normally you can only do it if you're tiny. And if you lose the guy that's really good at it, you're in trouble. So just knowing that could be a red flag too is important.
Yep, absolutely. And we see that like where we say, we can customize solutions as an MSP, but creating what we'll call a completely bespoke solution that's unique to that one account is something that very rarely ends in success.
Yeah.
It seems like a great idea during the sales cycle. Like clients, like we win, the MSPs like we win. And then when everything goes into like operations, this one thing that nobody thought about that doesn't happen for any other client, but this one client winds up becoming a problem because nobody ever can execute it effectively. And everybody gets mad because operations can't get it done. The client's mad because it was agreed to and it didn't get accomplished. So we really want to make sure that when clients are having these conversations with MSPs, they're the mature MSPs, and when you get maximizing your spend, are going to give you a customized solution that fits into a scalable operations platform, rather than a completely unique one-off solution that only one person can support and cannot be built out so that you can maintain SLAs, that you can retain talent, that you can do all the things that are necessary to provide services. So those are things that you want to talk to your MSP about.
Great way to say
It's
that.
important. Like,
Yeah.
are you making money on our account? Right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You want to hear them say, you
Yeah.
don't want them to be like, yeah, you're getting gouged, but you want them
Yeah.
to be like, yeah, no, you guys are a good, profitable account. We like
Right.
working with you. And like,
Mhm.
when you hear that from your MSP, that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
That means everybody's winning. Like, if you're happy with your services and they're making money with you, there's a great partnership going on there.
Mhm.
And that means that you all will be able to grow together as organizations rather than being like, yeah, no, like you're beating us up and we undersold this contract. And, that's a problem, right? It's a conversation that should happen.